This is Michael Thomas. Today is the 24th of April. It's approximately 6 a.m. Barely got out of Berezino alive. But after finding some much needed food, we just about had the sustenance to make our next move inland. Inland? Because we weren't getting much joy on the coastal road. The road I've chosen to take now is dangerous. I plan to go back to my hometown of Electro still, but this time via Staroy. We've fought off the flu by getting lucky and finding 2 tetracycline in Solnichny. And we are now just up the road from Solnichny, on the way to Delena. We have found a BK-18 with 2 shots, a way of protecting ourselves against bandits, perhaps. We have fished, so we now have food. We can eat some, and we can take some with us. We need to repair our blades. And once we have the buff, we can then move on. But taking shelter from the blizzard, whilst eating, repairing, re-evaluating and taking stock again, might not be a bad idea. Whilst in Solnichny, we came across 2 fellas who seemed friendly. With the flu biting hard and my necessity high for getting medication, and being outnumbered 2 to 1, I wasn't in any position to make any moves with only 2 bullets for my BK-18. That decision paid off, with those 2 fellas actually providing the tetracycline. I don't want to fix up my tools, my blades, with the sharpening stone where we've made a fire, where we've drawn attention to ourselves with the smoke. So we're going to move on and we're going to head towards Delena. Visibility is not great, but we have to see the positives in these things. Any snipers in the hills are not going to see us like we can't see them. That's the hope. If you look at our equipment, we could still do with better pants. Some of our other equipment we have improved on. But we desperately need to look for something else that can assist us in Delena PD. Because if we run into trouble at Staroy Military, or anywhere, these 2 shots in the BK-18, although potentially deadly, not exactly fantastic. I can just get up into this next building. We can finish off this carp fillet, fix up our blades so that they do not ruin on us, of which we have 4. We have the hatchet, the kitchen knife. We have 2 hunting blades. Our fishing hook is still good. We still have our rope around our waist. So food-wise, not so bad. We have a flare, and we have 5 matches. We managed to light that fire first attempt again. I think Dad would be proud. That's some of my hunting skills, fishing skills, firelighting skills that all those camping trips he took me and Anthony on clearly rubbed off, clearly paid off to some extent. Let's tuck myself in the corner. Try and get the majority of this carp down. start fixing some tools. Let's be a little bit more Terrence on this inland route. Let's be a little bit more practical and theoretical. Dad sure would be proud. There's the sharpening stone we need. Let's start with what we've got on us. Oh, we've got 5 actually. So let's just use as much of this sharpening stone as we can on every blade. We know how important they are in these conditions for hunting, fishing, getting firewood, sticks for fishing rods. Let's do our kitchen knife because we need something pointy to be able to dig up worms. We don't want that ruining. Should be able to do this and at least our other hunting knife. And we don't have to loot these houses up ahead. We can just head up the road and go straight for Delena, straight for the hunting shop and PD. Probably get a sip at the well whilst we're there, as long as our cooking pot hasn't frozen over. If we have to get a fire at the end of Delena before going to Stalroy, that's what we'll do. Listen, that's worn. We could probably get all our blades up to worn, which will put us in a good position. Maybe worth hitting up the hunting. Still got 1 use left on it as well. It may be worth hitting up the summer camp above Delena as well. We might get some 7x39 there. Sardines will give us some hydration, as well as nutrition. Keep moving. We don't have to loot. We don't have to get familiar with the locals, the creepers. If in fact any are around. Those 2 lads who had very similar accents to Mongolia, I will say that. And on another day, if we were in better shape and better equipped, we might have taken a pop at one of them with the intent of then maybe interrogating the second. But I had to play my cards close to my chest, and I had to go with what was the priority, and the priority was medication, and they provided it. Perhaps the little limp in my step made him take some pity on me. Pity that I don't want. But we took their medication, but we know from what they told us that they were pretty well established in Solnichny. So that would mean this loot run from Solnichny to Delena and beyond to Stalroy would probably be a favourite one of theirs. If we were to encounter them on such a loot run, they may not be so hospitable. They may recognise me and wonder why I'm still in the vicinity after they gave me the medication a while back. That zombie as well, that creeper, looked like he'd been alerted by somebody. May have been me, of course, but he looked like he was looking over his shoulder, and there are usually a lot more Zeds. There's another one along this stretch of road. Remember Electro being my hometown? All these back roads from coast to coast were my playground as a kid. I know them well. My father's journal talked of occasionally police car checkpoints popping up on these roads that could have ammunition and the like. And there's one, right on cue. As if Dad was looking down. He doth provide. Gotta be careful, the blizzard might be masking us. But this could always go wrong at any point. This fella in the rock. I'd love to search them, but we're quite open. Maybe we'll get a chance with these fellas. They may have ammunitions on them, being police creepers. This one's all mangled. The cars are where we're more likely to find something, surely. Unless the Solnichny boys have already been through. Oh. There's a scout rifle. We haven't got the relevant 5.56 ammunition for. And we've got 2 shots for our BK. So there's no way we can swap that out at this present time. Look at this. A submachine gun, an MP5. With a magazine with a couple of shots, it looks. Maybe we take that, even though it's in terrible condition. I would have loved to have found a box of 9mm on one of those creepers. Actoparoxetine, I'm not entirely familiar with, but we'll take it. Any medication in this sort of location. Look, it's badly damaged. The magazine is worn. The handguard's badly damaged. The buttstock is badly damaged. In terms of 9mm ammunition, I don't think I have any. No. There's nothing in this. Want anyone like the Solnichny boys coming behind and finding weapons they can kill me with. We'll take the magazine with the ammunition. We'll keep on our way because we've been distracted there. Understandably distracted. But to the point where we've lost our heat buff and we will definitely need another fire now in Delena. But I would like to approach Delena using some high ground. Okay. Our pot hasn't frozen over, so we'll be able to drink at the well. We still have those 2 fish fillets on us to eat. And if we loot Delena, if we loot the summer camp, perhaps we get a fire and then 40 winks and go fresh to Staroy military. Because we're going to need to be on it. Particularly if we haven't got much more than our BK. Disappointed that I found 2 guns there that really I had no business taking. People could argue about the MP5. Could I find a gun cleaning kit up here? Yes. Would I want to be triple carrying with my baseball bat? I don't think the baseball bat goes onto the side of my bag. It's too big. I could have sacrificed the baseball bat, gone with the hatchet as my melee. Will that be a decision I regret? I've taken the magazine in case we do get a cleaner MP5 down the line. And also the 9mm, the 1 or 2 shots in the mag, can be transferred to an M-lock, which could always take the place of our damaged Colt we have no ammo for. Don't want to deviate too far off the road in these conditions. Dad would say, be a bit more practical, Michael. You've lost the road already. You're just lucky you know you haven't gone too far adrift. We should start to see some buildings again, surely. There's the power lines. There's a dirt path down to one of the main parts of Delena. There we go. We're back on track. I may even go... Yeah, we will go into the main part of town. I can only barely see these houses, and I want to be able to see, you know, if there was a fire going in one of them. We'd want to know before we amble into Delena and then get flanked by potential hostiles. So we're staying far enough away to be able to make a decision, but close enough to be able to retain information. Staying in the light blue, so our clothing, our insulation, just doing enough at the moment to keep frostbite and health deterioration away. At any point we could see someone running out of a building. I should probably be checking these sort of toilet block buildings, these outside lavs. Another cooking pot. Oh, pristine. Now this one is frozen, but I still think it'll be worth taking it because it's pristine. And we can always thaw it out before filling it again before we leave Staroy. We leave Delena to go to Staroy. As long as we don't antagonize too many creepers. Now, how to press, I'm pretty sure, is for your mental state. So if we were to do some bad things, then of course, we would need the medication. Pristine. Okay, pristine. Some 7x39 is what we're ideally looking for, or some 45 for the Colt. That goes the same for the PD, of course, but also if we can get anything to replace the 45 or the 2-shot badly damaged BK, we would drop it like a shot. A witch hood. Dear Lord, what's been going on in these areas? Witches? Witchcraft? See, there's a shotgun, which is badly damaged. It's a double barrel. It has no ammunition. But I may find ammunition. Well, let's search the PD first before we make decisions. A hotspot in town, of course. Now that said, has he wandered in there? Is the door open? Or has somebody trapped him in there? Shovel. I think somebody trapped him in there. They'd already hit him a couple of times, I believe, to weaken him. Stab vest, same condition as ours. A t-shirt. Really interested in cuffs. Grandma's gonna get feisty. Trying to keep these in isolation. More cuffs on the well. More creepers in the PD. Indeed. A police one, so we've got to search him. May have ammo. No. Bit exposed, searching him here. Hand grip for the MP5 we didn't bring. Fill that up in case. We've got a scorpion, I would probably take it and bin the baseball bat off, for sure. Prioritize. Dad would have told me. Rubber slugs, if we wanted to take that double barrel we could, but it would only be with rubber slugs. So far this is disappointing. We may have to brave a taser cartridge, we may have to brave the roof. Sniper's dream. Of course, somebody running along the roof. Yeah, to no avail. So we have to hit. We can come back to the well if we want to. Another taser cartridge. Aware of how exposed we are out here. Let's go for the summer camp before getting a fire. We have to choose where we're going to get our fire. We want it to be close enough to the well so we can fill and then go to Staroy. But we don't want it to be too close to the PD, may I suggest, but we'll see. We might just chance a quick fire regardless. I want to clear up here first, though. I mean, we do have chlorine tabs, and there's a little stream just down there, so I might go to this summer camp and go down to those buildings on the way to Staroy. military. Get a quick fire there. Defrost our pan. Fill it in the stream and use our chlorine tabs to purify the water. Get a good drink. And then investigate the military. If we made it around the military, we could then take stock in a barn that is just down the way from the military tents, just outside of Staroy town itself, which of course is going to be another perilous part of our journey. And Dad have fished up here before, just the other side of that dam. There's a little pond. And this summer camp was usually used by scout groups back in the day. Because of its small size, I wouldn't expect to find an incredible amount of valuable items here, I must admit. But we're going to have a peek while we're so close. You never know. Magazine for a CR rifle. Nothing in it, but still. We'll take it for now. Badly damaged trail shoes. Okay. Now we have options, folks. We have an extra shot for our BK. We have slugs, which make it well worth going back for that double barrel, even though it was in a bad condition. It's a really decent close range and even medium range weapon. There's arguments to take it over the BK-18. PU scope. Banged up though, with nothing to repair it. And a couple of sweaters. But it was worth it just for the slugs. It's worth, in my opinion, going back to that hunting shop now. And then going and getting a fire. Now, do we take the baseball bat, which is barbed and in pristine condition, a very, very good zombie slayer? A one tap if they're sprinting towards you on most Zeds. And do we just leave the BK, take the 3 shots with us, put them in the CR magazine, in case we were lucky enough to find a CR rifle, a carbine with a scope, obviously an upgrade then on a BK-18, and then we could make a decision whether to switch our melee to the hatchet and stick with a CR rifle potentially with the double barrel as a very good close range weapon, as long as you hit your slug shots, of course. Can't go as scattergun as you might with a buckshot. Some weird animal noises. Still got our fish to eat, so I'm not concerned about the water and food situation. That is going to be addressed. My priority is getting a weapon, a decent weapon. And that indeed is what we will have, as long as nobody has come behind us and whipped that double barrel away. I'm pretty sure my memory serves me well and it was in the hunting shop. More creepers have wandered in now to the PD. But if anyone was on our trail, it could just be really bad timing. But they could have just got that for themselves. creeper to deal with first. Save a little bit of space. Let's go and get that fire and get our pan defrosted. Is that a creeper? A police creeper? It is. Shit. 2 of them. Get his attention. Pretty sure we have concussion medication. Which is just as well, because that would be horrific. Although we're going to get a fire and we can kill some time. Press. Oh no. That's for blood regeneration. I don't know what this one is. We picked it up off the... Oh no. Damn it. That was for mental state of mind. God damn it. We've got to deal with a concussion now. Which means we are not going to be going directly for the military. We can't go in this state. We can't even run. So the idea will be to slip out of town, but get a fire on the way out of town. Don't need a pen. And I know just the log cabin to get a fire. It must have been the time before when we were in Scalisty that we had the concussion medication on us. At least we've got a double barrel that we can use to protect ourselves while we get a fire, get the buff. I won't be able to sleep with a concussion either. So we have to ride this out for the 10, 15, 20 minutes, however long it lasts, before I can shake it. Our vision affected badly at times. Do get some clarity in between the fogginess, and I need to use that to make sure I'm not stumbling into an ambush. And an ambush of reapers could be disastrous now with our reduced mobility. Just that one swipe from that creeper caused this. We have to live with it. We have to live with these tough moments. But we do look like a wounded animal. To anybody looking on from afar, they may take the opportunity to try and take advantage of our situation. So we have to be on guard, despite our debilitated state. Chased us from afar. Here's the building coming up that I intend to get our fire in. We have paper for kindling. We have matches. So we just need a long stick. Fuel. Let's clear out these outbuildings. Before venturing in. Okay, nothing. Stream is just down there and the dirt path to go up to Stalroy, but we would be fantastically foolish to go now in this condition. That's what Dad would be saying. He'd be patient, he'd be cautious. Wait your time, Mike, he'd be saying. Go when you're better equipped, son. How's our firelighting skills gonna go? One match down. Be good if we could keep the flare for the next fire. But if we have to use it, we have to use it. No, 2 matches in. Done. Now we have to be very cautious. Oh. Seems to have warmed up, that pot. What was that, from body weight? Body heat? Take the opportunity to fill it. Little bit of a trek down the hill, but rather than be sipping water at the stream, I'd rather get a drink back at the hut. Use these precious seconds and minutes to shake off this concussion and regroup. We've got through Delena to the other side. Still not out of there yet. And we haven't come through Delena unscathed. That's for sure. Must remember, get one of our chlorine tabs on this. We could boil it and save the chlorine tab. It's a slight risk, though, of still getting sick. I'd rather use that 1 chlorine tab. We have 4. Purify it. Drink. Yeah, once this concussion goes, we will need to sleep. Possibly somewhere in Stalroy we will have to get a fire and 40 winks. Put our equipment back in our pot. Warn still. Warn. The creepers banged up any of our equipment with those cheap shots they got in? No. Have the plus. We've no condition to move on to the military. No condition. I have to ride this out, this concussion. I need 40 winks. I need to go there fresh. I know this isn't the most protected house to do that in. But I've got to do it. At least we're dry and warm. Water in our system. We'll have food in our belly. We're just a bit tired and banged up. But we've been in worse spots. In the next tape, as I document my journey, hopefully, to at least investigate Chernogorsk on behalf of my old man, I will hopefully be documenting the journey through Starai. What can we find in the military camp? Some better firepower than what we've already have? I hope. Our pain has gone away. Just a pure concussion now. Can we find something in Starai Medical that will help us going forward if this were to happen again? In the Starai Summer Camp PD. And then it's a long road down to the Electro Military Junction. And then the Electro Summer Camp. And then I should be able to see my old school. And that's the position we're in. As I say, Michael Thomas. Ending the tape. Ending this message.